Streamet indítottam. Streamet indítottam. Nem tudom, hallottad-e? Nem. Én szóltam. De is. Ja.
Na, mit választottad? Minek léptél? Jövök már idő.
Szóltam, csak nem hallottad, hogy streamet indítottam.
Ja, ott visszamentél a Outer Worlds-be.
Aha.
Meg azt is mondjuk el. 200 óra levelik után szegények átmaradtak. Ha annyit vesztett, basz meg.
Igen. A Reverie az most már ilyen a roguelite-ok szintjén, majd így tologatom.
Nem van kedve, nem akkor majd változik már.
Most már ilyen kis...
Neki technikailag végig a sztorit, a következő nagy sztorira még várni kell majd egy ideig.
Na, most szinkáltam, aztán most amíg elfér, addig ott hagyom, aztán időnként játszogatok vele.
Nem tudod számozni már a streameket. Streamek.
Már a sztori utáni streamek igazániból már egyéb tartalom. Nem is lesz, hogy komolyan számozom.
Don't look funny at the crew, but they toss folks out the...
This heat's
Hát igaz. Hát ilyen rendszeres tartani, hogy akkor már nem fontos. Szittem. Mondtam, hogy felveszem, amikor úgy is tűnik.
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Nem jó boss se. Nem hagyom akkor őt így. Még jobbat adni. Vagy másra kéne jönnem akkor. Jó, az a legjobb, ha megyek dzsunglejhez. Talán az a legjobb akkor.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch?
What? Okay. Ja, udom volt, mert nem például a harcjön. It's
always fucking freezing in the bays.
Something about being in space gives me the creeps.
Huh? Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. It must have been lost with Alex then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Én egy ilyen és-kapcsolatra gondoltam. Ó, igaz. Tehát.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Technikailag.
Mert hogy
Igen,
ha kiraknám ide, akkor még rosszabb lenne a helyzet, ha még nekünk könnyűbb lenne. De ha valaki elmegy a folyós a lift előtt, vagy ott azért, azt is vennék.
Igen, ez a kicsit olyan, az vagy... Ő egy kis extra biztonságot akart magának, de...
Ha valaki jön, meg tudja, hogy de nem jutott eszkóra, nem tudtak volna
Nem tudom, hogy ilyen felvételt is csinál-e, ténylegesen.
törli is utána egy idő után, tehát nem rögzít mindent a végtelenség, de most biztos, hogy még ott vagyunk valahol a merevelezben.
És akkor vissza tudja nézni, hogy aha, igen, ott járkáltunk.
Disznók hírtek akár kétszer is.
Most egyre jó indulatú vagyok, és nem gondolok semmi rosszra, hogy mit tudom én, ténylegesen így megfigyelni, meg rögzíteni.
Vesztelen, mint mondtak ezt a segbe.
És akkor így mit csinál vele most így?
Kicsit zavarni fog, hogyha mondjuk ki akarok neki a szemetet. Tudom én, ki a szemetet, mondjuk gyengébben vagy öltetve le. Direkt öltöd nagyon keményen.
Hát nem, mondom most...
Mondjuk hát akkor is így leszel, mondjuk...
Én azt tudom kisgatyám egy bugyiba kimenni, mint ahogy te kimész.
Hát én még kellett simán kimennék. Egy szágatját. Nem fogok kimenni, mert felvesz, utána ha csak nem felkezek el, és később eszem, hogy na bazd meg. Akkor nincs is szavar, igen.
Ma te gondolom, hogy én alapból mindig melegítőben vagyok.
De ez az én problémám, hogy nekem kell.
Szóval...
Nem próbálni, nem ezt csinálni.
Miért közlekedsz a lakáson kívül nadrág nélkül?
Ez fel.
Bárki más akkor rágyíthat, hogy is közé kisgatyában ott állsz.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that. Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Indeed. What is the saying? the two most common elements in the universe are hydrogen and stupidity. Someone must stand for reason and order, and the board is best equipped to do so. Please, go ahead. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away.
Szóval most senki nem használja ezt a szobát. Azért van ez, hogyha egyszer véletlenül mégiscsak jönne. Skill points. Jaj. Akkor ez megyek, ez megvolt. Vissza kell mennem a... Mi ez?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board
Jó,
embassy.
igen. Medik a béknész, mert nem csisztam elvileg. Yeah.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared. I owe you my life. Damn it, this must be how Ellie felt for all those years.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
Vodka sörre. Ez a nagy koktél. Okay. Érdekes kombó. Végül is.
I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do.
Kösz. Annyit írod velem, hogy előbb-utóbb úgyis tetszeni fog. Okay. Biztatóan hangzik.
Egész biztató, mit?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made. Gotta advertise your business somehow. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Shall we get back to mischief or what? No complaints here.
Eli, igen, neked is egy pötköt el tudok osztani. Rossz fegyver van nálad, úgyhogy szerintem így maradhat is. Igen, akartam nézni, hogy... Igen, ezt majd kell majd mikor. Szpadát kell megnézni. Ez is kell menni az Unreliable-ra. Szintén. Igen. Nem, szerintem akkor megyek a Groundbreaker az engineeringhez. Megszereztem itt a egy plusz embert. Eli is velem van.
Két fős, már 3 vagytok a csapatban.
Nem, 4-en, mert volt pap is velünk van, vikár is.
Ja, nem látszik.
Hát a hajón van.
Még... De aktív csapatban 3 vagy.
Igen. Ez most egy csajcsapat. Hárman vagyunk csajok. És megyek beszélgetni a új engineerrel, főnökkel.
And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power?
Hol volt, hogy mindjárt összekusíli magát itt a izgalomtól.
Junlei's gotta be having a bad day.
Talk to your local manager about applying.
Something on your mind?
If you came to report the Atmo leak on 6, we know. Slap some engine tape on it. We'll be there when we can.
When I started this job, you could go days without a major incident. Now it's just hours.
Itt ott volt azért ez a terminál, a kezelő terminál itt.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate. Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already.
Groundbreaker may be a leaky piece of shit, but she's our leaky piece of shit.
Az állomás egy csüpögő szar, de azért amilyen. Azért szeretik.
Hotter than usual in here. Hope we're not catching Junlei on a bad day.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Dr. Fenhill. I hope you've reconsidered my offer to stay on full-time. My crew are never short on dents and bruises.
I'm trying to live a more balanced life. Gun in one hand, scalpel in the other.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automech heart surgery than to change your mind. Fair travels, Ellie.
risky, but the odds are still a little better than waiting for certain death.
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on Groundbreaker. Dr. Fenhill is my on-again, off-again freelancer. I take it she'll be joining your crew full-time?
I don't like to put a label on things. Let's keep it casual.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on Groundbreaker.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays.
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This has been Halcyon News, your only source for news.
Groundbreaker may be a leaky piece of shit, but she's our leaky piece of shit. Careful where you point that thing.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
No sudden movements. This guy's crazy, even by my standards.
Here we go!
Okay. I'm with you. Fejlőistől nem hal meg sajnos. Igen, upgrade-eltem a fegyvert. Ó, szivatos. Kültényem akkor. Ez.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away. És akartam léptem. Way now, or you'll parley with the king.
No sudden movements. This guy's crazy, even by my standards.
Not another step in that direction, friend.
Look out!
Oké, ezt csinálom.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with...
Szerintem jó vagyok, de nem.
McRed, were you expecting any company?
Try that again.
Something going on over there.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
What was that? Oh, fuck! Someone's haunting us!
Meg.
Pathetic.
Who the... Hey, McRed!
Basz meg. Mi nem hal meg, bazd meg? Sniperrel fejből nem hal meg. Három tárat bele kell lőni. Igaz.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you...
Miért is halna meg végül is? Ők sikerült megölnöm.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm.
In my sight.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
No sudden movements. This guy's crazy, even by my standards.
Where did that chewy gristle go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
You get that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? It hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open-faced pasta.
You've been getting into the boss's special stash again, haven't you?
What do you say we get out of here before we join whoever that was on the grill?
McRed gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
It takes crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy cosmos.
What was that? Huh?
Their mistake.
Megszereztem.
Ja, levelő pálcával katóka.
Az jó, hogy szólsz, mindjárt rakom.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are. If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping the station from melting down.
You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on the first try. Able, though, you've proven to be.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Hallok.
Mindig kukás.
Még mindig ez a legjobb ruha. Sajnos.
Nézzél ki, mint egy űrkukás.
Hát igen.
És segítkukás.
Én is várom, hogy levehessem a kukaruhát.
Nem elmész ki rosszul, csak viccesen. Kukás fényó. Nem azt látni menne. És kukás Szentfúrban.
Hogy még ott, nem tudom, hogy kell-e holnap. De akkor nem kell pakolgatnod, majd holnap szólok, hogy rak fel. Ja, jó lett. Az. Na, ez jó kombó lett végül. Nehéz, meg általában akkor inkább a más kérek. És akkor csak sajtot és akkor teszek rá egy kicsi sajtot, igen. Akkor már inkább valami húsosat kérek. De egy jó pizzázóból egy sajtos pizza jó tud lenni.
És így megmaradt egy kis íze, mert általában a legtöbb helyen már 5 sajtos pizza van. Már a szósz is sokszor vagy sajtos, vagy tejszínes, vagy valami
Akkor annak meg már nincsen íze.
Igen, a max.
Igen, egy meleg lángos, igaz. Igen, igaz, ez a pizzának nagyjából szerves része hát, igen. A paradicsom szósz.
Igen, kell szám.
Van néhány kivétel, amikor a tejszínes alappal jó, de az akkor is már nem biztos, hogy pizza.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area, clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the Mantivillas, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about dying infected.
Logs and transmissions, addig elolvasom először ezeket. HHB-FHQ transmitted via probe archived at source. It is my honor to report that Groundbreaker successfully arrived at the Lagrange point having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony works. May they prosper and expand. Now the stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out. My family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair stop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I close this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. Keep dying. Stern reminder. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and the Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't no nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities, period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to a Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Keep dying.
They won't know what hit him. That's Mark. Drop on us. You're hurt.
Processing. Resetting actions.
They're in my sights.
Security patrol.
Take cover! Get up!
Oh.
Processing security.
Here they come!
Unexpected hit.
Here they come!
Searching for unauthorized. System. Sweeping the area.
Take your best shot, asshole!
Unpick target. Target.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps.
Cable together. Cable together. Stuff is getting restless. Work around and half. Solutions are all we've got to mend Runbreaker's bones. many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? These rebels will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. Take that bet. Take. Our old plans, new problems. Found some of Chief Guy-Ying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. Lot of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docs. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a funnel or find some workaround in the guts of this old girl, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma. JT.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Kész, hogy egy Groundbreaker minden nap.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from Chief Engineer to Captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udam Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. And no, Ellie, that offer does not extend to you broadcasting another of your crude jokes.
Hey, that's a real planet, and no one's seen it in a long time.
Damn it, Ellie, I don't have time for your shenanigans. Anyway, like I was saying, you aiming to send a message, you better be quick. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That signal's part of how Groundbreaker stays autonomous and independent. Much as I'd love to hear fewer corporate jingles, this would be bad.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Well, we wouldn't be utterly and completely blacked out, but we'd lose the majority of our comm traffic for sure. Ships and colonies on Terra 2 need a clear line from their communications towers to the Groundbreaker for the transmissions to make it through. If it's not clear, they transmit to the closest relay station, which stores the message, then passes it along when our orbits align. The others won't be in orbital range during the occlusion event. Isn't it some law of the universe? The relay I gotta rely on is, of course, the one on the Fritz. That they can and they do, but only between ships owned by the same corporation. No corp will authorize sending messages through a ship owned by a rival. And no corp will relay messages for the Wildcat freighters, not without charging them more than they'll make in a single haul anyway. That's why we're the message hub. The Groundbreaker's neither corporate-owned nor board-controlled. Our comms are neutral. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
Don't do this.
Szép, én úgy érzem. Ez a hét az univerzumban lesz ügyekható.
Ja, most
Könnyen meg lehet.
könnyen lehet, igen. Hát bizony. Mert hogy máshogy mehetne?
Hey there! Got word on the wireless. Your flag's cleared, you're free to go. Hope you enjoyed your time on Groundbreaker, the last free port of call in all the colony. Made it up on the spot. Pretty good, right?
Maybe don't let us hear the air quotes.
Well, I thought it was neat.
I'm still working on it. We don't need luck. We got June Lei. Wheeler's gonna love it! Bye now!
I wonder what that fella did to...
Takes a lot of fun to rack up a find like that.
Hey, you got a second?
Didn't you cross me?
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious? You're giving me a shot? All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
I'm sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in? Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Mi van gyermekem? Miért? Hol mész? Mit? Jó. Mi az, amit nem lehet? Hol vajat, citromlevet, nem semmi egyebet. Ami nem víz. A pisámat ihatod még esetleg. Amit lehet pohárba önteni, az megy le. Most kilépek is.
Ragad le a szemem már. Sajnos.
Ezt magadhoz hoztad?
Úgy néz ki.